Welcome back to the Final 24 Hours channel. The channel that takes you deep inside the last day on Earth of the world's most famous and infamous figures. We uncover what really happened in their final 24 hours alive. Today's video will be the final 24 hours in the life of Griselda Blanco. September 13 RD 2012 Medellín, Colombia. Griselda Blanco, once known as the godmother of cocaine, walks through a butcher shop with her pregnant daughter-in-law. She's 69 years old. Retired, quiet and almost forgotten. Within minutes, a motorcycle pulls up and her violent past catches up to her. This is the final 24 hours of Griselda Blanco. It's a normal Monday morning in Medellín, the same city where Griselda Blanco built and lost her empire. Decades earlier, she ruled the cocaine trade from Miami to New York, moving tons of product and ordering hundreds of killings. But now, the once feared cocaine godmother lives quietly in the shadows, no longer powerful, no longer rich. After 20 years in U.S. prisons, she was deported back to Colombia in 2004. She's been out of the spotlight for years, spending her days visiting her family and attending church. To most, she's just another elderly woman, but to those who remember her reign, she's a ghost of terror. Her daughter-in-law helps her prepare for a short trip to the butcher shop. A small black SUV drives through the crowded neighborhood of Bel. For years, she avoided going out in public, fearing old enemies or rivals might still be out there. But after nearly a decade back in Medellín with no threats, she finally lets her guard down. Around 2 p.m., Griselda Blanco and her daughter-in-law arrive at the butcher shop. She steps out of her vehicle, dressed plainly, carrying a small purse. Inside, the butcher greets her. She orders 2 pounds of meat, chatting casually, unaware that she's being watched. Unbeknownst to her, 2 men on a motorcycle have been following her from a distance, waiting for the right moment. At approximately 2:30 p.m., as she exits the shop, the motorcycle stops. The passenger steps off, walks toward her and fires 2 shots to her head. Her body falls to the pavement outside the butcher shop. The assassins climb back on the motorcycle and vanish into traffic. It's a clean hit, fast, surgical, unmistakably professional. A Sicario kill, executed in the same style she once made infamous in Miami. Crowds gather. Police tape surrounds the area. When police arrive minutes later, they find Griselda Blanco lifeless, a single bullet wound through her skull. The killer left no trace, no message, and no clear motive. For Medellín police, it's poetic irony. The woman who invented the motorcycle assassination method had died by her own invention. Within hours, the news spreads around the world. The cocaine godmother dead at 69, killed in the city that once feared her name. Journalists crowd outside her home. Neighbors whisper about the quiet old woman they'd seen buying groceries. To some, she was a ruthless killer. To others, a symbol of power in a world ruled by men. But even legends of crime can't escape the cycle of violence they create. At her peak, Griselda Blanco made hundreds of millions of dollars, flooding the U.S. with cocaine and ruling Miami through fear. She was known for her brutality, her business genius, and her paranoia. But by the end, she had nothing, no power, no army, and no escape. The life she built on violence ended exactly as she lived it, violently, and without mercy. The last 24 hours of Griselda Blanco's life were ordinary: a trip to the butcher, a quiet afternoon in the city she once owned. But in the underworld, there are no retirements, only endings. Griselda Blanco, February 15, 1943, September 3, 2012. Rest in peace. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you will be instantly notified of new videos. See you on the next one.